Oh, do I have a video for you today? We are going to be checking out the brand new map in its entirety, a POI by POI, every single one of them, and seeing what's going to be our best drop spot and what is going to be the best place for you to land. Do me a favor, if you enjoy, drop the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and let's hop straight in. Okay, so first things first, we're going to go ahead, and this is going to be basically the last place we check out because there's a ton of people right here. And everyone's just kind of killing each other. Obviously, you can see on my team, I have Modern Warzone. I have Joe, Isaac. I just died to Super Evan. Like, I need to stay away from this area because these guys are ridiculously good at the game. So we're just going to drop down and we're going to work our way clockwise around the edge of the map. Now, here's what we've discovered after playing for a couple of hours is that the map isn't really bigger. However, if you look at the map, you're going to notice that the outside is where you're going to find all of your POIs. And as you go in, you're going to run into less. So what that ends up doing is making the map feel bigger because you have all these things on the outside, but as you go in, you get a lot less going on. So everyone's going to be slowly coming towards the center of the map. Now, right now we are at this little place where you can shoot at some planes going through the sky, which by the way are very difficult to fly. I can't jump. I just want to. All right, there it is. Okay, so as you can see, it's pretty crazy. I'll be honest, it's pretty crazy. There's a lot of new things going on throughout the map. I'm actually super pumped because just playing this map for a little bit, just like in a pre-game lobby, it has been absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. And obviously you have these waters down here. We are going to continue to go around and drop down to those, because I just want to continue to show you pretty much everything that's going on. And again, I'm going to keep trying to show you the map. That way you know where we're at. So right now we're in this area. You're going to have this this big beach down below, which if you guys, you know, want to come in, I don't know where any loot crates spawn, but a lot of this is going to be very open. You're going to want to get your cover, which means you're going to want to play buildings early on. That way you can get your cover. So there is one way up right here. There's another way up over there. And I believe right here we have a neat little cove that you can go through and go underneath that side to get over to the arsenal area of the map. Now we do have these satellites right here, which are pretty cool. This is actually where I first dropped in and started checking things out. It was really cool. I hopped in. Isaac was in my team, and I was like, "What the heck's going on?" So we all hopped in a call in the in Discord, and it just ended up being super dope. So moving around here, we still have more buildings, and it seems like most of these buildings are still set up the same way that Modern Warfare was. It seems like everything's basically still set on the Modern Warfare engine, and then you can actually move while mantled, which is a little broken. I'm actually using some broken weapons here, which you'll probably see some videos coming out from other creators, as well as maybe myself a little later on. But right here, we're moving along the edges here. And again, we will work our way in, but just checking out the edges of the map because that's where most of the POIs are going to be. So we slowly work our way over here. We obviously can die in pregame, so I'm going to try not to do that. That way I don't have to run backwards or rerun over here. I don't know. So we're going to continue moving towards docks, which is our next POI. And then runway, beachhead, subpen, stuff like that. So you're going to run into quite a few of these just little random buildings, and they're going to be very useful for cover and things like that. Don't get me wrong, there are a lot of weapons that can shoot through with the penetration, especially a lot of these Vanguard snipers. They're pretty crazy, but I still think having the cover is better than not having the cover, of course. And obviously, I'm going to be jumping around, trying to hop on things just so that we can slowly find jump spots throughout the map. But we do have this huge crane once we get over here, and a ton, I mean a ton of buildings. These areas seem a lot bigger. I'm telling you, I don't think the map's bigger, but everything feels bigger. I don't know what it is, but we'll run up top right here, or climb up top, I guess, right here, and slowly make it all the way to the tip top so you can get a pretty good overlook of docks. So if we get up here, we can go all the way up, and the cool thing is if I'm not wrong, there should be a way to just all right, there you go, and then you can just run up this right here. So a nice little jump spot off rip where you can just run up to the top, and you get a quick overview of what's going on over here at docks. You do have the docking station, you have some of these little buildings over here, you have little catacombs down below, a water tower right there, which it looks like you should be able to jump up on. So let's kind of go over here. It looks like these buildings are pretty simple. We're not going to go in depth on all of these buildings, but we are just going to kind of get an overview of everything going on. I'll let you see the big stuff. This is a really cool part of the map. There's, and this is something you're going to notice, a lot of levels throughout the map. A lot of levels. Obviously you could tell that from all the like pre-scene footage that they released, like Call of Duty released on their own. But all of these maps are all of these like areas are absolutely insane whenever it comes to like height differences. So you'll see like 1, 2, 3 stories on just that building right there. And it doesn't seem as crazy when you're in the game, but I think we're going to see whenever we slowly get like in the game with like everyone, not just, you know, creators and stuff like that. We're going to see a big like camping problem, and it is what it is. I'm hoping there's going to be a pinging system for people that camp for a while, but we will see what happens. I kid you not, I don't know what it is. Isaac is a pilot. He's been in the plane all day. I just think that's absolutely hilarious. It really cracks me up. So we've got a nice little boat here. It looks like you can go below deck right here, which is kind of cool. It's like everything is really nice because you can go in everything. Everything has its nice little places that you can go, and it's just genuinely like nice that they put in so many details into this map. And I think it's well worth the wait whenever you see how much work went into this stuff. So I'm going to go up top here. You can get a nice little overview. Everything you can get on top of. I'm actually like, I've not seen all of this myself, so just going through and seeing it is actually really cool. It looks like you have like a little a shipment building so that you can like put stuff in boxes here. Not you, but you know, like people are putting stuff in boxes. We go in here. I will say it's a little weird because all the lights give off like dust particles. If there's a light, it gives off dust particles. See that light hitting right there? It's giving off dust particles. I think that's a little weird. I know that they mean to do that, but it is just very odd whenever you look at it. There's another one of those little shack buildings. Then we have this little shipwreck right here. So let's go ahead and rotate around to the shipwreck. We still have these buildings right here. So many buildings. It's going to be very hard to learn and traverse, and switching out from Verdansk is going to be a difficult trade-off. It's a lot to learn, but I think after a certain amount of time, we'll slowly begin to learn it. It looks like you can't go in this, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, it looks like this is just like a main level kind of thing. So we'll hop up to this main level here. Ooh, and then you can go up on top of this right here. I'll tell you what, a lot of this does kind of remind me of like Blackout and some of the maps that came with Call of Duty Black Ops and stuff like that. This is all like really reminding me of that. I know that the guns are, it's all based on the Modern Warfare engine. Everything's Modern Warfare engine, but it's still like making me remember Blackout. It's just absolutely beautiful. There's a lot of colors and everything. It's very vibrant. It's not gray, and it's not like a weird blue color like it was when Cold War got integrated. But everything looks just so beautiful. Honestly, I'm playing on 1440p, so it's going to look a little bit different. I think I would highly recommend checking out, if you want to see just like 4K footage, E. coli Espresso makes the best 4K video. I've talked to him about his settings, and I swear to you, I don't know how he does it because I've used the same settings, and it does not come out the same. So right now, we are almost outside of docks, and it looks like we have some crazy stuff going on over here with these buildings. A lot of height, and it looks like that's actually covered. So I'm going to run to that really quick. I know we're 8 minutes in. This is going to be a long video. I'm telling you guys. I thought about, oh my God, we are 8 minutes in. We've only rotated to this. This is going to be insane. So this is going to be probably a very long video. So just be prepared for that. I'm going to probably have Matt not cut basically anything out because I just want to show you literally as much as I possibly can. This is where you're going to see all those little shacks and things. So we'll keep rotating around this edge here. You see all these shacks here. Very nice little areas. I'm sure we're going to see a ton of loot boxes in these. I imagine it's literally going to be just a metric ton of loot that you can get throughout this. So we obviously have access to a bunch of weapons, and every gun's leveled up. We've tried some things. We found some broken weapons. We've found some things that aren't so broken that we thought were going to be broken. It is very nice to just see the differences that you find whenever you're playing in like the actual battle royale rather than multiplayer, because you can think a gun's going to be good, and then all of a sudden you actually start using the gun in Warzone after playing with it in multiplayer, and it's not that great. So we have some buildings as we go up here. It's a nice little like path that you can travel up, and it slowly leads into peak, but we're going to keep going to runway. Is it runway? It's runway. For some reason I thought it was runaway, but I think this is like as we get closer and closer to airfield, if I'm not wrong. Or is it airfield on the other side? I don't even know. Oh, airfield's on the exact other side. I'm crazy. I'm telling you, I'm trying to learn this map, but it is very, very difficult. And there's just so many details. It's just such a large map. I'm telling you, it is such a large map, and it just continues to be absolutely overwhelming, to say the very least. Absolutely underwhelming? Overwhelming. So I'm going to just keep seeing what I can see. These little buildings are very nice. Let's see what's going on in here. These are like Vanguard buildings. So it looks like we're not seeing a lot of buildings being reused over and over and over. It looks like we're going to be seeing a lot of like one-off buildings and things of that nature. I've seen a couple of buildings that are Vanguard. I've seen a couple of buildings that are Modern Warfare reskins and stuff like that. But it seems like genuinely they're putting in the work. And that's what's got me so excited, is because we have a team specifically working on this, it just works really well. Now, real quick, I'm going to go ahead and hop in the plane right here so you guys can see the airfield. And we're going to get going right here. Now, this is a lot harder to fly on mouse and keyboard, okay? You got to be very, very careful. So as we get over here, you can see that there's a lot going on. Oh my God, the C-swap. Let's go! Again, very difficult to fly. You have to like be super slow with your analog stick, your mouse. I'm gonna just chuck it real quick. So there's still no reason not to like jump out of vehicles like that. It doesn't hurt anything when you do that, so you may as well just keep doing it. You can't use these or anything like that. But from what I understand, there's a lot of story that goes behind this map and the idea behind it. I'm not going to give anything away or anything like that. There's a lot of these other creators that have videos that are going to be coming out. I've talked to a lot of these guys, and some of the content that we're going to see out of this, the storyline, just the idea behind it is absolutely insane. So we're at Beachhead right now. I'll go ahead and rotate around, get on top of this building if I can. Can I? No. I don't think I can. So this is what it is. But it looks like this is basically just like a big airfield, kind of. Not like a big airfield, like a big turret field. It basically like is like protecting people from the ocean, if that makes sense. I don't know what those are called. You can tell me what it's called in the comments down below. But we'll continue to rotate around to this area right here so we can just see the edge. Oh, don't die. I think what we're going to do now is go ahead and get in a vehicle, and we'll stick with the vehicle for the rest of the game just so we can sightsee. Because we're 12 minutes in right now, and we're only like 3 deep. So we're just going to use this vehicle and rotate through. These are going to be, it's going to feel like you're in Maui. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have all these like little shacks and things like that. It feels like you're checking a lot out. And I think that you can actually just go through this water. And it is true. We were checking it out, and it seems like these waters, you end up being a lot quieter if you do crouch in it. That is a 100% confirmed fact. You basically get dead silence whenever you do that. So moving through here, lots of little buildings around the edge, lots of places for you to grab guns, grab loot, things of that nature. Let's continue to rotate around. As we get over here, we're going to work our way to sub pen. Now, I am going to show you something at sub pen because I don't want you to make the same mistake that I did the second I got in here. I obviously know not to do that now. But right here, we have our little gas station. We can get another squad transport. We got a bus right here that you can't go in, by the way. And that's the same bus that's in Warzone, but we won't talk about it. So we can hop in here. This is brand new. We got produce, chicken, lamb chops, pork roast, ground beef. Not bad, not bad. And we can just hop back in our car over here and continue to keep going. I love that you have these little docks out here on the outside. Very well thought out. A lot going on in these areas. A ton of different buildings. And honestly, like this kind of gives me like the H1Z1, like kind of PUBG vibes as you get around here. We got like a kind of satellite area. A lot going on around the edge, and that's what I love, is because when you were in Warzone, there was not a lot going on around the edge. There just wasn't. You didn't have a ton going on, and that's what kind of made Verdansk feel small. So moving in here, we will go ahead and hop out right here, and I'll show you, because you can go inside this building. You can also get on top of this building, which is crazy, but you cannot jump in that. That will kill you instantly. I'm not joking. I had to figure that out the hard way, and it was fine because it's in a pregame lobby. But I'm just letting you guys know so you don't make the same mistake. So if I'm not wrong, you can get up on top of this building. I think there's a ladder on the outside. It's nothing special up there, I promise. It's just, again, just another height advantage. These buildings are kind of the same ones that were in Verdansk, so nothing crazy there. We've got some bunkers right here, so I'll go ahead and show you the bunkers. There's a turret truck that myself and Drifter were in earlier, so let me just run through here so you guys can see it. So the bunkers, you can just go straight through. You got a little jump up spot right here. And again, we've just made it past Subpin, and we're going to be making our way to Resort. And as we get to Resort, the whole map's going to start to get a lot prettier. A lot prettier. So we keep pushing around to Resort. A ton of trees, a ton of cover. And that's kind of what I like about this map, is that we have so much cover, so many things to just be behind, so that you don't end up in a situation where you die to someone just because you can't find anything to like heal up on, or like get a quick reload or something like that. So it just feels a lot better to know that you can rotate around without getting shot by every single person, because there's nowhere to hide. There's nowhere to get cover or anything like that. So again, a nice little building that's just brand new. It's made specifically for this rather than just being reused. And I love that, guys. I can't stress this enough. I love that these buildings are being made for this game specifically. Now, as we get to Resort, I'm going to show you the front of it just so you guys know what's going on. We have this beautiful sign right here that shows the CDL winners, which is Atlanta FaZe. So that's kind of super cool. Call of Duty League shows that. I thought this was a very small building when I first walked in, and then I realized that you can actually go over here, and we have an elevator. You also have a little buffet area, and you can run through here. But the elevator, if you hop in here, will actually take you to the roof. Picture right here, and then you have your roof access. You can hop up here, and then you have the ability to snipe at like a long distance if you want to snipe someone up on that hill. There's just, oh my god, it is just so large. It just feels so large. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe the map's bigger. I don't know. You guys got to let me know. Maybe the map is much larger than Verdansk, but I'm telling you, like, just looking at it, I don't think it is, but it feels bigger. That's all I know to say. That's all I know to say. So let's grab this this little Jeep down here, and we'll continue to go around through Capital. There's just going to be a ton of buildings in Capital, so we're not really going to stop in there and get crazy or anything like that, but it is a great place to land, I think, in my opinion, just because there are so many buildings, there's so many places to go through, but you're going to end up in that situation that you do in downtown when you don't want to go there just because you know that someone's going to be camping, and it's going to get super annoying. So let's go to Capital. I've not actually been to Capital yet, so I'm excited to get through here. I think I drove through here with Drifter earlier, and we didn't really get a lot going on, but we just kind of drove through. It is beautiful. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. There's so much happening that you can get out of this. Honestly, I'm actually super excited. This is probably where I'm going to land. I think this is going to be your superstore. Capital's going to be your superstore. I think that's definitely what we're going to see, is Capital being superstore. And we're going to continue to see stuff like, you know, hot drops happening there. It looks like we've got a nice little hotel over here. You can't bust through that. I don't know what I'm doing. You got a trainway, which is kind of cool. Or a tramway, I mean. A nice little gas station right there. A ton of motels. It looks like there's a couple of buildings that are getting reused. And we have is that a lighthouse? Ooh, let's check this out. I haven't actually seen this. I've not seen this area of the map yet. I didn't make it over here. I don't even think I've seen power plant yet. I got to Airfield a little bit, but immediately died because it was my first time using a, what's it called? A plane. So let's go to the top of this. It looks like, yeah, it's going to be one of those that's just like one way up, and you just kind of have to suck it up. When we get here, that's going to be all right. I know that there's a lot of these that we're not going in depth, but the thing is going in depth right now without knowing like all the loot situation, it's going to be completely pointless. I wonder if you can go up another level. I don't know. I do not know. I don't think that you can. I think this is it right here. So you got some cool waterfalls going on over here. It looks like you can go around through there. I'm going to drop down and grab my car real quick. All right. Now we have our car. Okay. That was super weird. Little bridge right here. We got a nice little waterfall slowly coming down, which is super exciting. Just the colors of this map, the way that it feels is so much better than Verdansk. I'm going to be honest. I think this is going to be a much better map altogether. Obviously, we still have towers, like cell towers and stuff like that you can go up. Radio towers. I mean, not cell towers. So you have like this little radio station. But I think this is going to be a much better map. Everything being built from the ground, basically built from the ground up, like destination-wise and like places that you can go. That's what's so exciting about it. Because if you look at Verdansk, it was basically just copy-pasted. Like, that's the big thing, is seeing all these places that are just copy-pasted. It kind of sucks, you know, because you want more out of it. Ooh, a little gas station. Let's see. Like, we don't even have, like, the little, like, burger gas stations anymore, you know? Like, you guys, I really hope you understand how excited this genuinely makes me. I know that I don't seem excited, but it's also 2:30 in the morning. And I'm trying to, like, get all this for you guys because I know that whenever we actually start playing this later, I'm not gonna be able to like show you guys any additional footage, so I'm just gonna be like trying different guns and stuff like that. So I'm trying to get this a little early. It looks like we have this little power plant here. It looks like this is a POI based completely on itself. We got Tatas over there. This was obviously hit and walked through already, which is fine. There's a lot of little jump spots. I think you can probably get up right there, which means you can probably get up right there. Yeah, there's a lot of little jump spots. Everything can be jumped on. That's what I'm saying. Everything can be jumped on. Oh, man. I just love it, man. I just love it so much. I'm just genuinely so excited. I'm going to run back over and grab our vehicle here. We're going to go and skedaddle over to Airfield, where we're going to grab a plane. Now, this is the part of the map that we start seeing. Oh, my God. I'm sorry. I got something in my eye. Ooh, speaking of Espresso, he looks like he's in the game. But this is the part of the map that you start seeing on all of the Caldera, like, preview videos and stuff like that. This is exactly what you're going to start seeing. This and the center of the map once we get over to Peak. So right here, we do have our airfield. Looks like we have our, obviously we're going to have our ATC. We have to have our air traffic control tower. It's going to happen no matter what, but it's not as bad of a situation as it was last time. This is going to be a much shorter tower. It's literally not nearly as bad of a situation. So we'll run over here. We'll go to ATC. It looks like we have a big airplane. And you can see ATC literally just overlooks Airfield. And I think that's a much better solution to what we were missing. So let's go ahead and hop in this plane here. We'll look it out. We have a lagoon over here, and we'll just get a nice aerial, you know? We'll get a nice aerial of lagoon. So check this out right here. Ooh, I kind of dig lagoon, man. I kind of seriously dig lagoon. I mean, check it out, man. You got like a bridge going over to this big tower over here. I love it. I actually love this a lot. So there's just a lot going on in this area, but it kind of reminds me of like the swamp in Fortnite, you know, which is super, super cool. I know I've said cool and nice and stuff like that a billion times, but I just genuinely don't have anything else I know to say about this, because literally that's all my reaction is this is very interesting. It's very cool. It's much more fun, in my personal opinion, it seems, than Verdansk was. However, I don't know yet. Obviously, we have to wait and see for when the map actually is available to play for everyone. That way we see how players react when they get in to certain situations. Are they going to camp more because there's so many buildings? But because there's so many buildings, are we going to get some sort of system that basically makes it where people don't want to camp because it'll just ping them on the map, so they have to move the slightest bit to get out of the area that they're in? Like, I think a good 50 meter radius every 30 seconds would be absolutely just fine, because that is not asking much at all. This is a nice little area right here. Nothing crazy going on. It looks like we have a nice little shipwreck down there, which is super, super dope. If you guys want to see an in-depth video talking about each section and whether or not you should be trying it out, I would be happy to make one of those. I think that would be great. Obviously, we'd have to make it once the game comes out, but checking each of these out individually. Ooh, I have not been to Ruins yet. Checking each of these out individually and seeing like the changes that they have going on throughout the entirety of the map is just so very cool. Cool. I know. So we'll rotate back. We'll hit mines, Peak, and then fields, and then end off probably at Arsenal because I don't want to die. But it looks like Ruins has a like a very small amount of like actual buildings to it, but I don't know. I kind of dig it. It feels like an older COD map, you know, like maybe a COD Ghost map. Ooh, look at this. These little caverns right here. Oh my gosh, this is so cool, bro. I know. I'm sorry. I keep saying cool. I'm so sorry. But this is like, it's just neat. It's neato, you know? It's absolutely neato. So let's go grab our car. It sounds like I can hear some people fighting over there, and I'm absolutely not interested in fighting. I have a vehicle right here, so I'll just run and grab that. I think that's my vehicle. So we'll grab that vehicle real quick and continue forward in our journey. Let me see if I can go grab it. We're almost done hitting every place on the map. We're going to hit mines. I'm going to hit peak, and then we're going to hit... well, I think we might hit Arsenal. We might just go ahead and hit Arsenal, because worst comes to worst, if I die, I can just fly there. That would not be the worst thing that happens. Peak, there's really nothing going on, so like don't expect anything out of it. But let's go ahead and rotate around to Arsenal, and I'll show you kind of the amount of time that it takes to traverse to those areas of the map. I'm very glad that they have a game mode coming out where you're forced to use just Vanguard weapons. I think that's going to make the game a lot more fun. It's going to be like the only mode for like a week, I'm pretty sure. So that's very exciting. Ooh, I like these little buildings right here. Look at these. I'm gonna actually jump out and check out one of these buildings real quick. So it looks like you have like an upstairs, you have some bedrooms. Like these buildings just make sense, dude. Like that's what I'm saying. The buildings make sense, so it feels natural, it feels more comfortable, and it looks like we're finally making our way back over to Arsenal, and I'm a little nervous, but I'll show you what everything looks like, and we'll just kind of go through here. Oh my God, what did I just hit? Okay. What is that? What? Oh my. We'll get a little overview of Arsenal right here. Check it out. There's 13 players in this game. There's a lot going on. We got a car down here. We got a little drop right there. A few buildings, which is pretty nice. And this huge area over here. I'm telling you, this is massive. This is absolutely massive. And look at this. I bet this is Pro Reborn or Phase Blue. But check it. Oh, it's Immortal. Oh my God. It's a nice area. It is a very nice area. Sadly, we can't check it out because everybody's just going to sit there and murder me. I don't know what it is about everybody just wanting to kill each other, but it is what it is. There's literally like a Discord with all of these people sitting in it right now, which is really funny. So I'm just going to rotate around that person. Please don't. Please. Just leave me alone. Guys, come on. We're going to rotate out of this area and we're going to slowly make our way to, let's say mines right here. I think that's going to be the fun thing to do. Over at mines, is it mines? So there's this nice little area right here. Before we go over there, I'm gonna head right here. Yeah. Let me just show you this. There's this nice little area right here, and I think this is gonna be very similar to like the like kind of factory area in Call of Duty Blackout. But there's this one little spot that I've been like going to every once in a while. Oh my gosh, of course I fall. But there's this one little spot that I've been going to, and you can't die in it, basically. It's like almost impossible to die in it if you lay down. So what you do is you jump and you go sideways, and then you get in this, and then you just lay down. And no one can see you from either side. That's it. And you can't shoot through it. We tried it with like all the like FMJ and stuff like that. You can't shoot through it. It's so very broken. But we do have this little area right here, which is super cute. Very, very nice. And again, this is like right between docks and Arsenal and mines. So we have this, again, reminds me a lot of maybe like Salt Mine or that place in Blackout that I was talking about. Seriously, it seems like it came from Blackout. I'm telling you, that's exactly what it seems like the factory area in Blackout. Not factory. What was the area in Blackout? It wasn't factory, but it was like mid-map. You guys know what I'm talking about. Definitely drop it in a comment down below. So let's rotate over to mines. It doesn't look like there's a vehicle anywhere nearby, sadly. So we'll just have to make do with what we have. Actually, vehicles just don't show up on the map. Maybe they show up on my mini map, but not on here because I don't see any vehicles across the board. But, oh, you have to zoom in. Okay. So you have this little circle here. Some of these places, again, I've not been to, so I'm just checking it out for the first time as well. A lot of little like tanks and stuff. I think I'm gonna be able to traverse the map, but I still am not gonna have everything memorized by the time the game drops or anything. But being able to traverse the map is gonna be a big part of this. I've been talking for 30 minutes straight. I'm so sorry. I know you probably don't want to hear me speak constantly, but this is a lot of like cool stuff. We get up here and now we're kind of in the mines, and this is where you get to see like that multi-level, multi-tier stuff, you know? Like let's go ahead and rotate up through here and see what we have going on in mines. I had assumed that these would be moving, but it looks like they're not, oddly enough. I kind of expected those to be moving based on the preview of the map that we saw come straight from Call of Duty, but they're not moving. So it looks like you kind of end up in the same situation where you can just jump on that and then jump to the center. And no one can shoot you, which is so dumb. Why would they make something like that? Because then for someone to try and get to you, like they have to put themselves in a situation to where they can just get shot. So if you're going to fight someone in one of those, it has to be in like quads or something like that. Otherwise, you're going to die no matter what. And we'll continue to traverse up this. It looks like there's a little airfield over here. I'll grab this car and we'll see how fast it backs up. Back it up. Back it up. Okay, it's really not that fast. I could probably run faster on foot. It's okay. We'll just keep going. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Let's get a quick peek of the overview of the map here. It's beautiful. It's just so unbelievably pretty. I'll say that. That is the one thing that's got me, is just how gorgeous this map is. So we'll grab this airplane, we'll head up top to Peak, and from Peak we'll fly down to Fields, and that is going to be where we end the video. So let's go ahead, grab the airplane. We're going to go up to Peak. And it is almost impossible to actually land these. So what you're going to end up doing is just chucking them constantly. Just all the time. So the top up here isn't anything special, to be honest. I don't think there's going to be a lot of people that land up here. It's just basically pointless. The only thing that you get out of it is just this ultimate high ground. This absolutely ultimate high ground. So the actual highest point on the map is right over here. I've gone here multiple times, and you can go from this point on the map to any point on the map if you fly sideways. I know that sounds weird, but if you fly sideways, literally you can go to any point on the map. That is not a joke. Go to the very, very tip top, follow all the way up. You get right here, and you can just get right there, and that's it. This is it. This is the highest point on the map. And you can fly off to any direction except for right there. That is the only direction, because it's just higher. Like, it's not higher, but it's higher than the rest of the map. You know what I'm saying? So what we'll do is we will fly straight to Fields from here. Actually, let me see if I can oh, nice. So we can actually look it over right there. Perfect. That actually ends up working really well. Obviously, we don't have a sniper, but here we go. Woo! We probably just fly straight is the cool thing. It's just so pretty, man. I can't get over it. This map is huge. I'm having a hard time. Like, I know I keep saying over and over. Also, look at this as we go down. These like little field houses and stuff like that. Like little farmhouses. It's so cool. So here we have a little barn, which is, again, what we saw on the preview. We have some more. We have a big mansion over there. So we have the barn here, which I think is going to be a big one. But then this mansion is probably going to be the drop spot if you drop Fields. This is where you're going to want to drop. Probably the best drop spot is Fields, this building, and Capitol. In my personal opinion, I think there's going to be a lot of other ones, maybe mines. But this, I think this is going to have a lot of potential. A lot of potential, because this is a big, big building. But when... Okay, it's a big building where they would likely put a lot of chests. We'll put it that way, because there's specific rooms and stuff like this where I think that you're going to see a lot of chests. I could be completely wrong. I'm gonna be serious. I could be completely wrong. By the time this video comes out, when the embargo is lifted, you know, like, things could have changed. There could be different things that happen for it. But I genuinely think, just basically, like, by looking at this building, it's gonna be great. This is where you're going to want to land, is this building. Because it's like, people aren't going to think about it. But if you land there, you're going to get a ton of loot. You can hit this building, immediately run over, hit this next big building, and you're going to get a lot out of it. I almost guarantee it. And I think that's it. I think that's pretty much everything. We have these last few buildings over here and just like regular buildings throughout the map. But for the most part, these are all the POIs. That is literally just about it. I will see if I can go to the top of this just so that you can see it, and then we'll end it after that. So let me see if I can get to the very tip top of this and check it out. I know you guys want to see absolutely as much of the map as you can. It's going to be very hard to traverse it, but watching this back over again is going to be very useful. Just watching it over and over, understanding like rotating around and stuff like that. That's going to be a big part of learning the map. If you want to learn a map, basically just run around it. You know, hop into a private match if you can with like friends or something like that. If you have 30 friends, I don't know. And just get to the top of the map and look around, kind of get your directional sense of the map, get a feel of it, and go from there. But right here, it looks like, do we have an airplane? Okay, for the last little bit, let me see if I can crash into Isaac. I think that would be hilarious. Okay, this is it. This is it. We're going to crash into Isaac. Uh-oh. No, Isaac, no! All right, if you guys enjoyed, drop the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notifications. That way you never miss another Caldera video coming from the channel. The goal this year is to be as valuable to you guys as I possibly can. Thank you guys so much. I hope you have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.